Hey everybody, welcome to part 21 of the May Estate Sale Finds series. This is going to be the fourth box from the fifth trip, and this may conclude this series. To date, I have not been back out for a sixth trip, so we'll have to see. So anyways, that box, the last box, is actually, it's kind of a big bin, and I don't really have room for it up here. So we're just going to pull stuff out of it and try and blow through this stuff kind of quickly, so we can try and squeeze this into all into this final, what should be the final episode. So we'll get this done, and then later today we'll take a walk down and see if the boat's still floating. Those of you who are following the Tower of Power series, last night was actually the night that the boat went in the water, and we left it there tethered to the shore, and we're going to see whether or not it's taken on any water. All right, let's get right into this. Some of these boxes were empty boxes that I found, and I took them because my hopes are that I've got stuff from earlier episodes that I found loose and was wondering where the boxes were, and that maybe some of these are boxes. So, enamel wire, magnet wire, motor winding wire, however you want to call it here. This is marked General Electric AWG22, so this is 22 gauge. Okay, look at the price, $11.05. You think that's been around for a while? I don't know for sure how much that weighs, but that'll scrap out at a lot more than that. But I might hold on to this. I don't know. I toyed with the idea of maybe a Tesla coil project at some point, but yeah, who knows. 293-676 Quick Mic, Mitutoyo. That's not what that is. Okay. I think Quick Mic might be a digital micrometer. Is what's supposed to be in there. What's in there is a Brown & Sharpe 10. I've never seen one like this. Look at that funky barrel on this thing. Alright, well, I'm not going to spend too much time playing with this thing, but for some reason when I go to turn this in, it doesn't move. But when I go to turn it out, it does. Oh, okay. If I take the brake off. There we go. That was 2/10. There must be a slip clutch in there. Alright, that's working now. Interesting little micrometer. Oh. Maybe I could put the Brown & Sharpe V-Blocks in this nice box. Although, well, I don't know. I don't know if that's was for a cheapo set or what, but sure looks like the 1, 2, 3 blocks. Set of 1, 2, 3 blocks were in here at some point. It's unmarked completely, so we may never know. This one's NSK. This is an NSK Digital 550-602, 2-inch, so that should be a micrometer. What the heck we got here? Well, that's what's in there. 1 to 2 inch digital micrometer. Let's see if I can fix the lighting in here. Maybe you guys are probably like, hey, why didn't you fix that before? Yep, so that's what that is. What a pretty case. I mean, you know, kind of weird to say, but look at this. Is like a case for like a deluxe pen and pencil set. You know, like a desk pen and pencil set or something from back in the day, or a watch or something. Got this velvet lining with the gold and the gold trim around the box. All for this micrometer. For an NSK micrometer. What else is in here? NSK micrometer. Micrometer service manual with the tool. That's nice. Huh. I wonder if this has ever been used. This is an Enco certificate of guarantee. Enco product. So this does not belong in here. Let's get that out of there. Ah. Good name. Brown & Sharpe, Rhode Island. Older case. They. Too bad. Look at that. What rust does to your tools. 3 rods total. Would have been a nice little set. 1990, due back in 98 for calibration. Nice box. Starrett Square 13A, quantity 1. Oh yeah, I remember seeing this when I first spotted it. Brand spanking new. Well, looks like we might have rust on it though after all. Look at that. What a basement does to your tools. Son of a gun. Yeah, oh, that's a shame. I don't think this has ever been used, but the elements have gotten to it. Now this is interesting. Brown & Sharpe dial caliper, 6-inch, white face. 599-579-4. Oh, and that's what's in there. I'm surprised that these are in here because there was a set of these that I meant to buy on a previous trip and ended up leaving behind and said I'll get them on the next trip. And when I went back on that next trip, they had been sold. A guy who came in who the seller described him as an engineer and bought some of the electronic test equipment had grabbed these. So apparently he had more than one set. Boy, I'll tell you, those are clean as a whistle. This box did a good job of protecting these. And these, boy, I'm wondering if those have ever been used. But I'm sure there was probably a, well, not necessarily. They might use this box for some other items by the way it's shaped. There's nothing in here, but that doesn't mean that it was supposed to come with something. All right, well, that's a nice dial caliper. And these Brown & Sharpe dial calipers, they bring decent money. I've got one of these somewhere already. One of these days I got to go through all my calipers, figure out what's redundant, save like the 2 best, part with the rest. Next stack. SKU 44560 cast iron V-block set made in India. 2-inch 150mm. These got to be little ones. Oh yeah, okay. These look brand new unused. Yeah, they're definitely, the way they're packed, those are brand new unused. Starrett. What do we got for Starrett? Inside micrometer 823AZ. Box looks in really good shape. Oh yeah. Oh, I like that set. That's nice. You got, this is the inside micrometer here. These are all your extension rods, and then this is the holder. So you can reach down inside of a bore. Oh, that's a nice set. And we got the original certificate of calibration or whatever there. We've got the catalog number, yada yada yada. We got the little Starrett book. This looks like it may have never been used. Inspection certificate. Yeah, we like that. Oh, that's sweet. And not only is it in its original case, but the case has its original box. That's a honey for the money. Okay, this is a rather ubiquitous box. Ugly old cardboard. Okay, it's taped here on this side to give it a hinging action. Oh, wow. What have we got here? Oh my goodness. Now this is a horse of a different color. This is a center distance era, it says. This is made in Germany. Okay, this, if I flip it upside down, it says S and F type 4126. That's going to take a little bit of work figuring out what that is. That's one hell of an indicator of some type. Look at that thing. That thing's massive. it's like a 4-inch diameter dial on it, and then it has a couple of very specific looking mounting blocks here. Yeah. Methinks this is something above my pay grade. So do you think maybe somebody got there before I did? Because I had never seen these. Not one, but two boxes from Mitutoyo digital calipers. Digital micrometers. I think they're digital. 293-676 MDQ 1 2-inch micrometer. Yeah, so with the original even cardboard sleeves. I don't think I got one of these out of this estate at all, but I know that I couldn't find them anywhere there, and since we were pretty much coming to the end, I figured somebody had found the micrometers, bought them, and didn't realize that these were in this other box that was hidden. So these probably just be good eBay items. Maybe somebody's got a loose micrometer and they want a nice case for it. This is another one of these funky old boxes that's reinforced with these metal corners. Boy, I can imagine what's in here based on what the last one that looked like this had in it. This is still taped shut. Oh, it opens this way. Me mistake. Another indicator. Surprised this box didn't say on the outside what the heck this was that was really in here. Maybe it's underneath that label or something. Alright, so this is a oh, it's an SPI long throw indicator. If I didn't already have one of these and stare it, I would keep this for sure. That's actually nice smooth action on that thing. Yeah, it's clearly going to clean up nice. Okay. Box ain't great. It's not a top end brand, but for what it is, still a good indicator. Speaking of not top end brands, Federal, Providence, Rhode Island. Another bore indicator. Model 1204P-1R2, small hole gauge. Yeah, I'll say small. So this is like that total piece of garbage that I found. Okay. And this might be another piece of garbage. Now that let's see. Oh, no, it's moving. There we go. Oh, it's sticking a little bit. It's a little, yeah. Okay. So this is a Federal Testmaster. Now, I don't want to touch it with my finger, but I can see we got a problem right here. There's no crystal on it. The crystal's missing. But this thing is like, look at next to my pinky. This is for really small bores. These are the little extensions or whatever for it in this little thing here. And then, I don't know. This is an awful lot of slots for something that isn't here. That sure makes me think, yeah. I think we're missing something here. Oh well, I don't know. I'll check it out online, find out what the heck's missing. See if it's got any marketability, or if, you know, if I want to send that out and have it taken care of, cleaned up, tuned up with a new crystal on it. Might not be worth it. It was due for calibration back in '97. 6 items to go. This is a import, cheapo brand, digital scale, okay. Digital scale unit horizontal, they're calling this, but this says 12-inch on it. So what this can be used for, okay, what this can be used for is you can mount this on a lathe, for instance, and you can use it to actually keep track of very precise measurements when you're moving your bed back and forth. That would be one example, I guess. If you have a small mill, you could use it on the x-axis of a small mill, sort of like a poor man's DRO. It does not turn on, which I'm not surprised because this looks like it might be brand new. Never used. Yeah, there's no indication, there's no rub marks on the bracket. So I wouldn't be surprised at all if this is brand new and they would not ship it with a battery, or if there's a battery in there, they put the battery in a way so that it's not making contact. So this might actually, it's going to tell you like very little about this thing. I always get a kick out of these directions that were clearly translated to English by somebody. It says here for checking, suck the magnetic stand on the part of the machine of which is connected with the slider. And then it goes on, touch the indicator. So they're talking about taking a magnetic indicator stand and putting it on there, but suck the indicator stand. Go ahead, suck that indicator stand. The last Tomico item. Big box. Big box. Hope this isn't empty after all that build-up. Oh, a rusty set of vernier calipers. Extra crusty and rusty. That's too bad. Nice case. Lot of rust there. Alright, these could be cleaned up. Oh yeah, okay. They're definitely marked Tomico. So these are what they are. This stuff that's in a lot of these cases, or some of these cases, it looks like the stuff you buy in sheets to put in the bottom of your tool drawers to keep your tools from sliding around. You cut strips of it and used it for cushioning in some of these boxes. It's an interesting use of those. Like I said, it's kind of nice to box. That's like engraved in there or burnt in. I don't know how they did that, but it's nicely done. Too bad the calipers inside are in such rough shape. 4 items left. Did I save the best for last? You be the judge. Now these last 4 items are all federal items, and you guys know probably by now, based on my previous videos and that, how I feel about federal indicators. And I'm not alone. They're not, generally speaking, they're normally not considered as a high-end indicator. And I think that you got to know a little bit of the history to know whether or not you've got a good one or a lousy one. And I haven't done a lot of that. I haven't committed a lot of that to memory yet, but these are a horse of a different color. These are the final 4 items from the estate, and these are federal indicators of a type I have never seen before. First off, large dial. This one is marked, somebody marked with a pen, E3BS-R2. Regular back, and they crossed out regular and put flat. Indicator 69037. I don't know what the heck's in here exactly, but I do know it's a big old federal indicator. Okay. Now, there's the E3BS-R2, so then that is what this is. Okay. It is a flat back indicator. It's a heavy sucker. You're going to have a good stand to put this on, I'll tell you. It may very well be new. This has got a light film of something that's going to clean off really easily, I'm sure. It's probably mildew. Yeah, that cleaned right up. I mean, how cool is that? Not one, but two subdials. Man, if only this was like an Interrapid or a Brown and Sharp. Can you imagine? As it is, this still might be a pretty valuable indicator. This episode's already running long, I'm sure, so we better get moving here. Okay, so that's number one. This next one, the box is a little damaged. This looks like an older one. It's a Federal indicator, though. Branch offices, yada, yada, yada. This just says 3-inch dial indicator. All right. And this is more of, this is typical of the older Federal indicators that you find pretty much a dime a dozen, except for the fact that this is a 3-inch face, which makes it interesting. And this is a model E21, and this is a 10 thousandths indicator with a nice big dial for old eyes, full jeweled. Okay. This one, oh, this one does have a back on it. It's not a flat back like the other one. Okay. And I believe I have two of these. This box is in better shape. Oh, this is interesting. Somebody put 3.5-inch Federal indicator. Wait a minute. So maybe somebody didn't measure correctly here, because I'm pretty sure this is going to be the same. This is 1 inch over 1,000 times 0.0005. 0.020 dial 200 travel pin type back. What the heck are they talking about there? What's that all mean? What the? All right, this one looks like it's in a little bit rougher shape. This has got a sub dial, so this is a horse of a different color. Oh, listen to that. I think that needs a little bit of lubrication or something. Pin type back. Oh, well, there's a pin type back. I think that could be tuned up and still be a very usable indicator to somebody. The best for last, maybe. At least maybe as far as these four indicators go. I did say I did want to do this one last because this is the one that floored me the most, I think, of all of them. This one, unlike the first box, you know, the first one said Miracle Movement. This one, where it says Miracle Movement, they've got this nice, pretty gold and black sticker they've affixed to it that says MicroSure. If Rolex made an indicator, I think it would look like this. Yeah, I know. I'm not talking about quality. I'm talking about bling. Look at this thing. It's almost like a copper beryllium. Some kind of, it's got a copperish tone to it. The bezel. Okay. I'm assuming this little plastic piece right here is supposed to be peeled off before use, and that it's only in there for shipping purposes. Okay. It's got sort of like a pin back. All right. Not quite, though. Okay. This one, unlike that last one, well, Steve just broke it. All right, this one, I thought it was hanging up, but it actually, no, it seems okay. Yeah, see, this one's hanging. Something's not. So again, from sitting, this could use a little bit of love. All right, so this one is interesting to me because this one is marked Federal, Providence, Rhode Island, USA, MSE1D. This is a .00005. That's 5 decimal places to the right. Tenths, hundredths, thousandths, 10 thousandths, 100 thousandths indicator. This is a 100 thousandths indicator. And here's the other thing. It says MicroSure Peter Schweitzer. So I think this might be something a little extra special. Peter Schweitzer MicroSure indicator. So yeah, it's got Federal. Yeah, Federal's not considered to be a high-end indicator, but I think this might have been something special they did. So I'm wondering if Peter Schweitzer is a company that this was made for? Or is Peter Schweitzer, was he like one of their top guys over there and he made a line of extra special indicators? But this is, you know what? If I end up finding out when I research this that this is no big deal, I don't care. I think I'm going to keep this indicator just because hey, everybody needs a little bit of bling in their shop. Plus, it's a 100,000th indicator with a flipping like 3-inch dial. Who can't love that? So, guys, I think that's it. This might be the end of this estate sale find series. If I do end up making connection with this guy and going back for another trip, I'll certainly share my finds with you. Probably the next flea market find segment you're going to see from me. Well, depends on, I might split these up and everything, but I've got the Quabog Valley Engineer Association's summer show that I went to last weekend, and I picked up a few items there, and I'm probably going to hit those, get that series up, and I might break up this last 4, so you may have already seen that for all I know. Well, anyways, take care. If you like watching videos like this, subscribe. Even if you don't like videos like this, you might want to subscribe to the channel, because you never know. My channel's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. Well, that's a horrible, horrible imitation.